brand spanking new 2023 Cedar Creek fifth wheel. It's so discouraging because now we've got to call the customer. That dreaded call. This should not be happening to anyone. This is why you need an RV inspector. It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Ocala, Florida, about to inspect this beautiful Cedar Creek 380 RL. Now stick around. Our customer doesn't know what we're gonna find, and neither do we. But Rhonda, I know you're home. Fingers crossed that we don't give you a call. Stick around. We'll let you know at lunchtime and the end of the day what we have found.
All right, first glimpse. So I want to say this. So even if you're mechanical and you're electrical, you know a little bit about this. So some people would say, well, you don't need an RV inspection as long as you're mechanical and you have electrical capabilities. You're good, you don't need an inspection. Well, let's take that back. You might not need an inspection like you think, because actually you're going to figure out when you have a problem after you left the yard, so you'll be able to fix the mechanical or the electrical. You see where I'm going with this? When you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know what to check. You open the door, you close the door, you look at the inside, and yep, there's a frame. And do you realize we got equipment also to check converters, inverters, testing the plug? And hey, you can buy all of that. Probably be way cheaper than hiring an inspector. This is what we do for a living, people. So tell your friends. I know that's not you. I know it's somebody else, but tell your friends to make sure about what an RV inspection is all about. I don't have much here because it wasn't ready. It just got pulled up. Now I got to put the water, I got to put the electrical. So we're on our own. We'll see you at lunchtime, definitely. So let's go check out what Laurel has at lunchtime, and so will I.
So come on in, let me show you my stow and go and my first glimpse. So when you come in, right, and you're stowed in, you're hoping when you're driving that you're gonna get to your fridge, which you have full access to the refrigerator that is not here. First glimpse, right? No fridge, but this would be really good storage. If you don't want a fridge, imagine what you could do in this area. This would be an amazing storage area. So, you know, you really can't get far. Yes, you could wash your hands. And as far as that goes, you're not going to get anywhere else into your living space, which is fine. You're stowing and going. You want to eat, grab a sandwich, wash your hands, but you want to go to the bathroom. So let's go up here and see if we can get into the... My boobs aren't going to let me through. You're right. I can't. There's no way that I'm going to squish through here. So maybe a 3-year-old can squish through there. You're going to be using the bathroom in the Exxon or the TA. So on that note, let's get to work and we'll let you know at lunchtime what we found.
Almost lunchtime recap, but a confusing one. A couple of things we found already. I had issues with my converter. At the beginning, we didn't have any voltage coming out of the battery. The converter didn't produce charge to the battery. Long story short, finally found the switch that makes it work for real. Meanwhile, we go through a different process. We put the leveling system down. Well, I got oil all over the place. It's spewing down here. Oh, but no, you worry. You were living when? Just tell me. So I end up here, brand spanking new. Here's the latch that even one of the tech told me. He says, oh, I know exactly who broke this. See, because somebody didn't think about it and actually ended up pulling on this without getting the tab out. See that tab? How easy it could be to pull on it. So here's a nice little feature. Wow, I got a microwave in here and I got a fridge. This is nice. So I'm gonna put my whatever. This is brand new from the shop. Explain that one to me. Don't you try to put stuff so it would work before it left? I think that's called QC or something like that. Yeah, right. So let's go sum it up with what Laurel found inside as well.
Okay, so it's lunchtime. No, it really is lunchtime, but we also had to make that dreaded call. But the first thing I want to tell you about, let's go up here in the bedroom. I've got to show you something underneath the bed. Come on. Okay, so when I came down here, I noticed the wood right here that's really worn. And I thought for a new unit, that just feels like, well, as you can see, all of this is kind of coming off. Brand spanking new. So I said, well, you know, I'm going to check with my moisture meter. And here I am getting 50%, 49%, 46, 43, 41. I think you've got the picture. Even coming in here, 42, 43. If I come here, we're back down to 13, 14. Unfortunately, there seems to be some moisture here. Brand spanking new, 2023 Cedar Creek fifth wheel. It's so discouraging because now we've got to call the customer. That dreaded call. I hate this part of the job. This should not be happening to anyone. This is why you need an RV inspector. This is something she would have never seen. She wouldn't have lifted the bed to come check everything out. And neither would you. In the comments below, would you have lifted the bed and got on the floor to see what the frame looked like? Let me know. So now that you've seen that, the moisture that we found underneath the bed, okay, what would you do? In the comments below, tell us if we made this call to you, how you would feel with everything that you've seen Pierre show you today and the other things that we found. For instance, the slides, right? So this particular slide right here, you can see the marks on the floor. So the slide skis on both sides are actually making marks on the linoleum.
So here's new material, floor material. To avoid rotten floor, they use this fiberglass look-alike with this metal trim in the front. The thing that is surprising is if you look at this and you imagine that you're going to step your foot on this. So hopefully when it opens, it does the job that it's supposed to do, because this is kind of, woo, not a dance floor.
But the slide behind me. So one of the things that we found when we were opening and shutting the slides this morning was this hole right here. Now the slides are completely in, but what are you looking at? The outside. So what can happen? Critters and water can come in. You don't want that happening. So you know what that's for? To let the water out. Guys, this is exactly what the holes are in the floor are for. You want all the water on the inside to go out. And besides, a salesman said, all you have to do is carry rags with you to stuff in those holes. Seals the deal, right? All right, so we're into the slide here, and Pierre's going to show you that we have the same thing as in the front here. You can see outside. What does that mean? Bring your rags to stuff in the holes. I'm just kidding. That's not the way it's supposed to be. You don't need to carry rags to stuff in the holes. It's not to let anything out, and you certainly don't want anything coming in. It's really tight to the floor. You can't even put a piece of tissue underneath the slide. So when it comes in, it's dragging. It's hesitating.
I want you to remember this. We're going to try and show you how much room I have underneath this slide out. Now we're going to extend it. Oops, now there's restriction. It's stopped on the floor. So all the other slide out, there's 3 of them. Now that's the bedroom that you can't hear it, but the bedroom's hauling. Then it's this one. Then this one is dragging all the way out. Now it's starting to go up. So how do you feel about this? Let us know.
What's it going to do? It's going to rip the linoleum. So there's a lot of things going on with this unit today. So when we called our customer today, of course, she's disappointed that the unit is not the way she thought it would be. But she said, thank you. This is exactly why I hired you. I could have never seen the things that you saw today, never with my eyes. I don't have the expertise to see that, and you do. So she was really appreciative of what we found. Now we want to do a little subscriber shout out. Jeff in the southern tier of New York, we see you, we hear you. Thank you for leaving comments. Even when you just say C4BO, we notice you and appreciate it. Now, if you're sitting here watching today and you're not sure if you're subscribed, check it out. Make sure you're subscribed. If not, it's free. I don't know why they call it subscribed, that makes you think you got to pay, but it's not. It's free. And give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. We need to get the word out about RV inspection. It's really crucial with the industry the way it is today. So remember, and do never forget.
Not about the destination, it's all about the journey. That's how it goes.
Thumbs up.